What if a film dared to adapt the most controversial novel of the 20th century? What if it showed a disturbing obsession with cinematic beauty? Lolita, 1997, didn't just cause a stir, it ignited a global firestorm. A movie so uncomfortable, it got buried, banned, and broadcast behind closed doors. This is the story of a film that blurred every moral boundary. Directed by Adrian Lyne. Known for pushing the limits in Fatal Attraction and Unfaithful. Jeremy Irons played the twisted academic, Humbert Humbert. His performance was praised and condemned. Dominique Swain, just 15, portrayed the infamous Lolita. Her casting alone caused international outrage. Melanie Griffith took on the role of her naive mother, Charlotte Hayes. And Frank Langella played the manipulative Claire Quilty. Together, the cast brought Nabokov's nightmare to life. In 1947, Humbert Humbert, a middle-aged European professor of English literature, travels to the United States to take a teaching position in New Hampshire. He rents a room in the home of widow Charlotte Hayes, but only because he is sexually attracted to her, one 4-year-old daughter Dolores, also called Lo, whom he sees while touring the house. Obsessed with girls of approximately her age, whom he calls nymphets, Humbert is immediately smitten with Lo and marries Charlotte only to be near her daughter. Charlotte finds Humbert's secret diary and discovers his preference for her daughter instead of her. Furious, Charlotte tells him that she is leaving him and that he can keep her home. She then runs out of the house and is hit by a car and killed, with Humbert eventually telling Lo about her mother's death. Charlotte's death frees Humbert to pursue a romantic and sexual relationship with Lo, whom he nicknames Lolita. Humbert and Lo then travel the country, staying in various motels before eventually settling in the college town of Beardsley, where Humbert takes a teaching job and Lo begins attending Beardsley Prep School, an all-girls Catholic school. Humbert must conceal the nature of his relationship with Lolita from everyone, strangers they encounter when traveling, as well as the administration at Beardsley. He presents his relationship with Lo to the world as a father and daughter. Over time, Lo's increasing boredom with Humbert, combined with her growing desire for independence and realization of their relationship, fuels a constant tension that leads to a fight between them. Humbert's affection for Lo is also rivaled by another man, playwright Claire Quilty, who has been pursuing Lo since the beginning of the pair's travels. Lo eventually escapes with Quilty, and Humbert's search for them is unsuccessful, especially as he does not know Quilty's name. 3 years later, Humbert receives a letter from Lo asking for money. Humbert visits Lo, who is now married and pregnant. Her husband, Richard, knows nothing about her past. Humbert asks her to run away with him, but she refuses, seemingly indicating that she has moved on from that part of her life and their romance. He gives her a substantial amount of money. Lo also reveals to Humbert how Quilty actually tracked young girls and took them to Pavor Manor, his home in Parkington, to exploit them for child pornography. Quilty kicked her out of his mansion after she did not want to participate in films with other men. Lo admits that she did not want to be with any man other than Quilty, stating, "He was the only man I was ever really crazy about." After he visits Lo, Humbert tracks down Quilty, who is in a drug-induced stupor, and murders him after chasing him around the mansion at gunpoint. After being chased by the police, Humbert is arrested and sent to prison for the murder. He dies in prison in November 1950 due to a coronary thrombosis, and Lo dies the next month on Christmas Day from childbirth complications. Even before the first frame rolled, the controversy exploded. The story centers on a grown man's obsession with a teenage girl. Many believed this shouldn't be shown, let alone dramatized. The Motion Picture Association refused it a wide release, Major studios distanced themselves completely. When it was finally finished, no theaters wanted it. It premiered not in cinemas, but on HBO in the US. Countries like Russia and parts of the Middle East banned it. Others allowed only censored versions or limited adult screenings. The film was labeled exploitative, dangerous, and even criminal by some. But beneath the outrage, a debate was born. Was Lolita exposing something deeply wrong in society? Or was it guilty of glamorizing abuse? Film critics were split. Some called it brilliant and brave. Others saw it as immoral and unforgivable. Over the years, it gained cult status, studied in film schools, referenced in pop culture. It remains banned in some countries to this day. But its impact on cinema, censorship, and ethics remains undeniable. Lolita, 1997, didn't just break rules. It shattered taboos and got punished for it. It forced audiences to question where the line is drawn in art. Was it a masterpiece or a mistake? That question still haunts the screen. Let us know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to follow or subscribe the channel for more banned cinema stories.